the Prajnaparamita Tritaya Sutra. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajnaparamita, perceives that all five khandhas are empty and is saved from all suffering and distress. O Sariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness. O Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear nor disappear, are not tainted nor pure, do not increase or decrease. There is emptiness, no form, no feelings, no perceptions, no impulses, no consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and no forth until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance and also no extinction of it, and so forth until no old age and death and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment. With nothing to attain, the Bodhisattva depends on Prajnaparamita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, the Bodhisattva dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajnaparamita and attain unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment. Therefore, know the Prajnaparamita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra that says, Gade Gade Paragade Parasam Gade Bodhe Swaha. So, okay, we come back to Heart Sutra. So we nearly finished. Okay, last time we actually finished half of an auspicious path. That's the ninth paragraph. So this is the paragraph. That's the last paragraph on the handout. So we finished, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true and not false. Remember, last time Bob asked us, well, if it's when you're talking about emptiness and when you're talking about it's true and not false, why are you still talking about suffering? Right? That was her question. But this whole thing is saying if we develop this Prajnaparamita, Prajna, that means wisdom. Paramita, that means the good, wonderful quality. And this whole sutra is talking about sunyata. Sunyata means emptiness. Emptiness doesn't mean that there's nothing. Emptiness means that everything arises dependent on conditions. So for thing that has arisen, that is existing, there is the Buddha taught that there is no absolute substantial self in that particular thing. For example, for me, yes, I am really existing. You can see that I'm a real person. I'm a real human being. But I am also conditioned. The conditions say, for example, the physical body of me is made up by four parts: the earth, the water, the fire, and wind. Without any one of this, it's impossible I will be existing. And so are you. So for my mind, there are four parts too, right? Which four parts? You see, I picked the easy one, the physical part. Now you say the mental part. So how many parts in the mind? How many faculties in the mind? No, that's the sense doors. Yeah, that's feelings, perceptions. Are you going to say that? You were going to say perceptions, the feelings, mental formations. Yes, consciousness. Very good. So that are the four parts. So without any one of that, if one of that four is missing, you won't be complete. You won't have a complete mental existence. So you see, as a totality, we look at ourselves always as a totality. And because of this totality, is so misleading. We are being misled by this. That, oh, well, no, I have this self. Yeah, when you call a self and you call yourself a self, and you say, oh, that means I'm really existing. Yeah, so which part is you? Is the earth you? Is the mental volition your mind? No, it's just part of it. And because of all these conditions come together, it's complete to make such thing. That's why we call this thing such thing. Okay. And when it is incomplete, it disappears. Because of convenience, so we call this thing a stick. When one of these conditions disappear, this stick doesn't exist anymore. But those conditions could still be existing, right? The wood is still existing, the chips would still be existing, and part of the paint could still be existing until long times when it's completely dissolved. So emptiness, remember, always remember emptiness, the definition of emptiness. Otherwise, you don't get much from the Heart Sutra. And of course, this emptiness not just apply to existence. It can apply to what? It can apply to anything, situations, relationships, right? Situation here, situation in the world, situation in our country, and even politics, anything. That's the beauty of the Buddhist teachings. It's applicable to everything because it's talking about the truth of existence. He's not talking about the truth of a particular existence. He's talking about the truth of all existence, not just animate, also inanimate. Okay? So it can be applied, and it should be applied. Otherwise, you're just me learning the theories. If you don't apply the theories, the Buddhist teaching is no use. Because he said, because I saw suffering, I know people are suffering. And there are too many suffering sending beings in this world. That's why I need to come. I need to put these together, to all these teachings together again, so that people can use them to make their life better, to be free from sufferings, and walk on this path of brightness towards eventual ultimate freedom and happiness. Okay, so far so good. All right. So this is, what is this? Okay, an auspicious path. So now the one in red is, so proclaim the Prajnaparamita mantra. Proclaim the mantra that says Gade Gade Para Gade Parasan Gade Bodhe Swaha. So in here, Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva, reviews the function of this mantra as well as its qualifications, as I said last time. The function is to free us from sufferings. And the qualifications of this mantra is, it is not false, it is true. Okay? So the Buddha always says his teachings is a path for us to help ourselves to liberate from dukkha, sufferings. And here, this whole sutra actually summarizes at the end how actually we can liberate ourselves from sufferings is gade gade para gade parasam gade bodhi swaha. Okay. Sorry, I have a trigger finger. That's why sometimes it frees up. Okay, so Gade. So in the sorry, where's the word? Where's this word? Okay. In Sanskrit, actually, it is spelled Gade, Gata, Gade. It really doesn't matter how it is written, but they said it's the sound, it's the pronunciation that's more important. And Gade, that means go beyond. And also another meaning is to understand. To understand what? To understand emptiness. To understand the existence of this world. And why does he say Gade, Gade? That means it's very imminent. It's very urgent. Go. When there's a fire, go, right? We are constantly on fire. We don't know. We forget to go away from the fire. That's what the Buddha said. We are always on flame. In the Nikaya, he said, we are constantly on flame. We are always on flame. Why? We are burning. He said, we are burning. We are constantly burning. When your eyes see things, you are burning. You are using energy. Especially when you are looking at things that are really energy consuming. For example, well, no, you're too old then. Well, when you're looking at computer and playing games, you're consuming your energy, right? You're too old to play games. Yeah, and so are we aware that we are constantly on flame? Are we aware that we need to leave? We need to go. Go. He said, go. It's so urgent. Yet we are not aware. Why? Why he said go? Why? Why? Okay, but why? 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 Yeah, why? Okay. Still why? Yeah. Yeah. All of us want to remove our sufferings. Yeah. But why so urgent? Why? There's no other time. Huh? There's no other time. Yeah, still why? Okay, why? I'm just thinking the only time you can do it is. Yeah, but why? Yeah. Anicca. Anicca Vata Sankara. Anicca can hit us anytime. Anicca, that means impermanence. Impermanence, like changing. We don't expect. We can't expect. We just see. We don't know. Now, when you come here, first time you come here, you don't expect this place to be like this, but there is some expectation in there in your mind. But it's well, it's not too bad. Oh wow, it's really bad. It really that's nature. And then when you go out, you say, wow, it feels very different now than when I just came because it's all changed. Your perception has changed. Your 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 experience has changed you, right? Has changed, completely has changed. And why is it so imminent? Why is it so urgent? Because the last breath of our life can hit us anytime. And we would not know when it will come. And whether we will still have those conditions being so fulfilled that we can practice and be liberated. Right? So that's why All the past teachers always told us, be diligent, be diligent. Don't waste your life. But we think, oh, that's okay. I have plenty of time. I can hang around, no problem, right? Because because the mind is not on that alert, alarm, like, you know, urgency. Yeah. Okay. So gade, and then para gade, and para, that means that means praya pranya paramita. Okay, paramita, right? So para, that means the other shore. It actually has a definition of the other shore. So what does the other shore means when compared to this other side of this on this shore? What does the other shore actually analogous to? Yeah, huh? Enlightenment or liberation from sufferings. Okay. So where should we go? Go to the other shore. Go where? Go beyond. Go beyond. That means go beyond this shore to the other shore. Cross the river, ferry across, cross the river. And Sang, S-A-M, you pronounce as Sun, S-A-N. Para Sang, Sang means Sangha, like together, collection of people who are collection of practitioners. That means together we should all go. We should go beyond. Go beyond this shore of sufferings to the other shore of sufferings. And also another meaning, it also means that this Sangha means a bodhisattva. A bodhisattva will, even though she or he has gone to the other shore, become a liberated person, they will not forget us. They will not forget about us, about these ignorant sentient beings on this shore. And they will always what? Be on this shore to help us to go over. So would the Bodhisattva really come and take you away like this? Come, I'll take you by my hand. Would they come like that? Huh? No, how? Yeah, but how could the Bodhisattva help you? Yeah, teaching you, sharing, and appearing, and giving you examples, role models, and all that. Okay. Taking you to the prison, yeah. Well, it depends on which prison, though, Carrie. If we keep going on to Fort Mountain, and they said, oh, this is the heaven, right? Such a beautiful environment and such a relaxed schedule and so much freedom, but still, a prison is a prison. Yes, but it really depends on which one. If we started off with Fort Mountain, we will be right when we go to Federal, right? Or even when we go to Kent, it will be like this, right? Yeah, yeah. But sometimes that impact could stay there, could affect you. Remember, about Mr. So and so committed suicide. When I knew about that, it actually impacted me, right, for a little while. So okay. So Bodhi, so parasangade, you see, with this paramita, altogether, we go beyond to the other shore. Parasangade, right? Bodhi, Bodhi, that means enlightenment. And this tells us on the other shore, what is there on the other shore? Is enlightenment. Is enlightenment. A shore of enlightenment, a shore of total ultimate liberation from sufferings. And swaha. Swaha means may you, a gesture, may you be free from this. It's like a blessings, a blessings, and a blessings to all beings. May they attain and achieve enlightenment soon with deep compassion and wisdom. Okay, and even in Gade Gade Para Gade Para Sangade Bodhiswaha, in such a sentence, you can see, you can actually feel the tremendous compassion of Bodhisattva and Bodhi and the Buddha with the intention, with the intention of helping us to actually see emptiness. And when we see emptiness, we will be able to what? To learn how to let go of our attachment, how to let go of our own personal point of views, and to open up our heart, our mind to actually encompass and embrace differences. And what we need now in the world is really this kind of qualities, personal qualities. When we have these kind of personal qualities, more and more people would have this kind of personal qualities. Then the family will be different, the society will be different, the community will be different, and the country will be different. When more and more countries have these kind of qualities, the world will be different. There's no way that we can change the world by like this, protest and protest. Every day is protesting. No, we can't. Every day we need to practice. Come back to us. Come back to ourselves. Practice, practice. Develop this awareness. Develop this taming, training, and transformation. Okay. So, oh, Fa Zhang. You remember Fa Zhang is a very eminent. Is that eminent? Imminent? Like eminent, right? Eminent monk in the old days. And he said about this mantra, he said it cannot be explained because sometimes, or a lot of times, in the old days, when mantra is actually very popular, was very popular, and they said mantra cannot be translated, mantra cannot be explained because that is the secret language of Buddhas and all the saints and sages. But yet we can actually give a very rough explanation of these few words. And he said, and he said, even though we could actually translate and put a word, put a definition to a mantra. And remember, a mantra is really not just this line, the gade gade para gade param gade bodhiswaha. As I mentioned to you last time, this last sentence wasn't in the big wisdom sutra. Okay, so it was added at the end, later on. And what is considered to be a mantra is the whole Heart Sutra. It's the whole Heart Sutra. And what is considered to be the essence of this mantra? Sunnata, yeah, emptiness. So that understanding of that mantra really depends on one's level of understanding. Yeah, your level of understanding. So Fa Zhang said, he said one should just simply chant or cause a mantra to their own mind so that you remember and you actually using your own strength, internal strength, to overcome your obstacles and obstructions and eliminates all the unwholesome thoughts and unwholesome actions. And that is the greatest blessing that you can bring to yourself. Okay. So, and let's see. I said ferry across. We talk about that. Hui Zhong said, a mantra like this actually points to the mind. What does he mean is because the mind has no beginning, has no end. So you really cannot use a mind to put an end to the mind. And you would say, Sifu, isn't it contradicting? Because you always say you're using part of the mind to actually be aware of the other part of the mind. Yes, now we start off from having something there. Okay, you need to work with things. There is, but eventually when you get better, when you develop more and more, eventually you will reach to a state of there is none. None. You have to start off with there is. I need to use this as there is a stick. But at the end of the day, we start to see this stick as a conditioned arising. And there is no such stick. Get it? Get it? Get it? Jerry, I'm sorry. Eventually you'll get it. Yes. So, because if you keep on looking for the mind, there is no way that you can actually see it. There's no place that you can find it. So that's why people think, oh, well, the mind is here. No, I tell you, the mind is not here. Oh, the mind is here. No, the mind is not there. Oh, the mind is here in this whole body. Oh, yeah, no, well, the mind is really, really not there. Each moment, there is a different mind arising. So where is the mind? Come on. Where is the mind? Each moment, the mind is different. Yeah, yeah. You see? That's why he said there is no mind. He said, wow, we are crazy because we have no mind. We are not crazy, but we have a polluted mind. We have a polluted mind. We have a very, very self ego mind. There is such a mind in us now. Okay. So he said, if there is no place to find it, then you cannot find it. Therefore, you should realize that there is no mind. Wow, it's mind boggling, even to me. But you come back to look at it because each moment when there is this thought, when there is this things, conditions that all come together, it becomes a different mind. Next minute, next moment, one of the conditions go away, one of the conditions chips in, another different mind. You see? Okay. So there is actually what he said means there is actually no real mind at all. Right? And when we start to see each moment our mind is conditioned, then it's possible that you'll be able to, at that moment, start to let go of your own views, of your own judgment, and also you will not open up a gateway for any demons, evils, unwholesome thoughts to come in. Right? Everybody is sighing. Everybody is taking deep breath. I think this is such a wonderful. I think this is such a wonderful teaching. What Hui Chong said. So, if there is no real mind, then why do we have to get so upset? Why do we have to get so upset with others? Why do we have to get so upset with ourselves? Why can't we just let go? Let go and then start again. Start again. Let go and start again. Every moment of life, let go and start again. But don't allow this teaching to give you an excuse. Say, oh, let go and start again. Giving you an excuse to, okay, I can make million and million mistakes. No. At that moment, if you intentionally to go and make mistakes, intentionally go and judge people, intentionally go and have this um, uh, animosity or arrogance or pride or even lust or everything, you have to bear the consequences yourself. Unless eventually you reach this point of emptiness, seeing emptiness, and you actually really attain that point of emptiness, then those will be washed away. Before that, it will stay with you. So don't let that become an excuse, okay? So he said, Huizhong said, because you don't waver, your mind is very still, your mind is very aware, your mind is very clear, your mind is very aware of sunnata, your mind is very aware of conditions arising. Because the mind doesn't waver, when you look at people, you don't, you look at people who don't really understand their own mind, you won't get upset. Because yourself don't waver, and you know, because they don't have the conditions yet to allow themselves to become whatever we call good people. And then you will be able to become a role model for them. But if you yourself start to dive into that calamity and you don't know how to swim, how can you come out of the calamity if you don't know how to swim? How can you help people to come out of the calamity if you don't know how to swim? How can you help to save a drowning person if you don't know how to swim? So you're constantly adding what? More sufferings into that pool. You suffer, people suffer, people suffer, you suffer, you suffer, people suffer, people suffer, you suffer. Especially in community. It's so difficult to actually to have a harmonious relationship. So difficult because we all have this self-ego. We all have this me, mine, my, I, all this here. Every time we would not look at people from a view of sunnata, we look at people from a view of self-judgment, ego. And that's where all the walls come from. That's why all broken human relationships start off. It's because we don't see it. If we start to actually have this little awareness and bring ourselves back and say, hey, Avalokitesvara said, emptiness. It arises now. Why do I have to continuously attach to it? Let me come out. Let me come out. Let me come away. At that moment, when you have that thought, that could be tremendous strength to help you to overcome that obstacle, that hurdle. We are constantly into this kind of personal conflicts, relationship conflicts, because we constantly forget the teachings. That's why we are ignorant beings. Because we say, oh, nice, Heart Sutra. Oh, we'll miss it. 7 months already. Next week, you won't miss it anymore. You forget about it already. Completely, totally gone with the wind. So remember, if you cannot cure your own illness, you cannot help others to cure illness. Okay? The Buddha actually taught us not to give in and create more and more deluded thoughts, but every day, every moment, every second, every hour, we continue to create more deluded thoughts. So bring Heart Sutra to your heart, to your mind, whenever you are in shallow or deep water. Don't let yourself to go into too deep of water. Be mindful when you start to walk into shallow water. Bring Heart Sutra to your heart, to your mind, and help yourself to overcome. Isn't that pretty? It's a lotus flower. I took that picture just 2 days ago in Hong Kong. Lotus flower coming out in the sky. Well, this is a conclusion to the whole Heart Sutra. As a conclusion, I would like you to bear in mind how in our daily life is what I said just now. Bring emptiness and bring the Heart Sutra to your mind all the time, especially when you are walking into water, whether it's shallow or deep. Don't go too deep, all right? You get drowned. And Avalokitesvara may not be around, all right? So you have to be your own Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Okay. And in our daily lives, we need to really start to understand sunnata in our lives. Looking at relationship and looking at sweet relationship, is sunnata. Looking at bitter relationship, is sunnata. Looking at together relationship, is sunnata. Looking at separation in relationship, is sunnata. Sunnata, that means emptiness. Emptiness, that means conditions arising. Emptiness, that means indivisible, right? Or indivisible. Divisible. Okay. Okay. So remember, when we are in some situations, in some cultures, or in different situations, what's this? It's so rude, or so. Remember sunnata. Then you won't be disturbed by others. You won't be agitated, irritated by others. I remember a lot of times in meditation camps, people say, "Oh, I'm so disturbed. The next person is hiccuping. The next person is burping, and she's farting, and she's snoring." And I said, "Why? It's none of your business. It's her problem. It's not your problem. Why do you take on somebody's farting onto your becoming your problem?" No, they are disturbing me because they're making so much noise. They're just producing sound. And you turn the sound to become a noise because you added irritation to the sound. Because you expect something and you interpret that thing. And so you actually interfere your own calmness and peace. You actually disrupt your own peace, your own calmness. So when you become aware, that, somebody sitting next to me making those noises, I must have a lesson to learn, to overcome. And eventually, no matter who is sitting next to you, you'll be so peaceful and so calm. Oh, may you be happy. May you be well. You start to send metta to them. Okay? So if we do not recognize our judgmental mind, if we do not recognize our habits on arrogance or picking on others or whatever, I tell you, there's no way you can come out of your sufferings. There's no way that you will have a wonderful, harmonious relationship with anybody. And because of that, you will cause so much grief for yourself and for others, and so much disharmony. So, especially at home or in a Dharma center, if we do understand why we come to a Dharma center, whether as a householder or whether as a monastic, we need to know our intention of coming to a Dharma center. A place for you to work your mind, to work with your mind, not to work with others' mind, not to correct others' mind, is to correct your own mind. If you start to think it's others' problem, that's why I react like this. No. It's always, I tell everybody, it's always 200% is our own problem. And when you have this good fortune to be in such a wonderful place for you to practice, whether it's wonderful, it really depends on your mindset at that moment. You think this is a real bad place. If you think, oh, everybody is not behaving, then it's not a wonderful place at that moment. At that moment, see if you can actually arouse gratitude for yourself. Gratitude. Gratitude for what? Oh, for myself, having this human life and be able to come and learn and to come and study and to come to have all these challenges which I can turn into opportunities for me to grow, for me to mature. Otherwise, there's no way that it will actually benefit you. There's no way. And there's no way that you will grow towards the brightness. All right. So I translated this poem into English, and it says, the saint or the enlightened one seeks the mind. That means they take care of the mind, not the Buddha, not looking for the Buddha to come and help you. You're looking for your own mind to help you, to assist you, to help you to overcome, to help you to go to the other shore. And he said, the unwise seeks the Buddha, not the mind. Especially as a practitioner, as a Buddhist practitioner. If you do not understand the whole definition, the whole intention of paying prostration and paying respect to the triple gem, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, you actually turn it to become just a rite and ritual. Every time we put our body on the floor to pay respect to the Buddha, to the Dharma, and to the Sangha, we are so humble. We wanted to develop this humility. We wanted to allow people to walk on my back. You can walk on my back. If the road is so filthy, I will lie down and allow you to walk on my back, because the other person is the future Buddha. If we start to see all of us, you, everybody, you are all future Buddha to me. I won't look down upon any of you. I would not judge you. I would respect you, because you are a future Buddha, because you all have these wonderful qualities of compassion and wisdom in your mind. It's just that it's being masked. That's all. So if you can see, I am the future Buddha too, then isn't that great? Isn't that beautiful? We will always have this wonderful, harmonious relationship. We will not point fingers like this anymore to each other. We will not say bad words. Even though sometimes we say bad words, we'll be forgiven. We'll be pardoned, and we will pardon people too. We won't hold a grudge in our mind so long that becomes so hurtful. becomes so rotten. And the wise takes care of the mind, not the body. Okay? The unwise takes care of the body, not the mind. You see? It's not that the Buddha said you can torture your body. No, no. You look after your body, middle path, you look after your body. You rest well, you eat well, you dress well. Okay? But when the body goes down, when the body gets old, when the body is not well, when our ears are going, when our eyes are going, our vision are going, it's okay. The mind is still healthy. As I said always in the end of life workshop, is I said, it's so important to have a sane mind because our bodies definitely will go down. Having a healthy mind, you will still be very happy, even the body is going down. But if you do not have a healthy mind, even the body is very strong and healthy, you will not be a happy person. That's what it means here. That's what it means here. Okay? So, then I think this last lecture was just so beautiful. So beautiful. It's great. We bring our attention back to the body and experiencing its fleeting changes in this physical body. And at the time, we allow a good thought to arise on our mind for all the benefits that are gathered tonight. And in the past few months, when we studied the Heart Sutra together, all the benefits that we gather so far, may we share with all beings, human, non-human, visible, invisible, big or small, far or near. May they be free of enmity. May they be free of miseries. May they start to live in a world with brightness, warmth, and experience compassionate love and peace. May more and more people will come and encounter the words of the Buddha, study, practice them, liberate themselves from their own difficulties, dissatisfactions, and be truly happy and free. May we continue to keep the Heart Sutra close to our heart, to our mind. Continue to remember to be aware. This wonderful teaching of Sunyata, so that we start to polish down our own ego. All this judgment all comes from this self, this ego. May we start to make a difference in our home, in our community, in our society. May all beings be happy and be peaceful. Good night.